Welcome to the second video for Chapter 1, Week 1, AJ 101. Boy, that's a lot of ones. In this video, we're going to be talking about case law and statutory law, the difference between the two of them, and also some of the case laws that you'll want to know for this course. So the difference between case law and statutory laws is really simple. Case law is decided by the courts. The most famous ones that you always hear about are the ones decided by SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States. Statutory law is what's codified. It's decided by the legislature. So in California, we have the Senate, the Assembly, and the governor. At the federal level, of course, we have the House of Representatives, the Senate, and the president. Those are the lawmakers, the legislative branch. Now in California, between the Constitution and all the different codes that California has, that's a total of 30 different sets of laws. 30, it's a ton. I'm putting a link where you can look up any law that you want to be able to have the exact text of that law. If you need to do any research, you're taking, say, once you get into Criminal Law 1, Criminal Law 2, Criminal Procedure classes, this link will be super, super valuable. So make sure that you keep it, bookmark it somewhere. So these different codes, you have the Penal Code, the Vehicle Code, Welfare and Institutions Code, you name it, we've got a code section or a set of codes for that. And so that's where you can go and find out the actual wording of a particular code. Let's say you want to look up robbery. So you look up 211 of the Penal Code. You want to look up burglary. You look at 460, 460 of the Penal Code. You want to look up DUI, 23152 and 23153 of the Vehicle Code. So you can look up specific sections there through that link very easily. Now, case laws that you'll want to know. Gideon versus Wainwright. The reason you'll want to know that is because this case was U.S. Supreme Court decided that we're going to give free counsel to you because originally, depending on the case that you were or the charges that you had, the kind of case you had in front of the court, you may or may not get a free attorney, whether it was federal or state. So this set the precedent for that. And Wainwright, he wasn't a good guy. He was always getting popped for stealing stuff. And there's a YouTube video you can watch if you want to learn more about it. Again, the link is going to be in with the announcement on this video. Miranda versus Arizona. Huge case. And I want you to understand there's a little bit of background. First of all, Ernesto Miranda, he was just, I'm just going to say he was not a good man. He did not make good decisions. And so what ended up happening was he had kidnapped and raped a young woman. And she was able, after he was done, to get away. And he actually told her, pray for me, when she was running away. He ended up letting her go. And she went home. She told her family. And for about a week or 2 weeks, week and a half, they were looking for a car, and a family member spotted the vehicle, or what they thought was the vehicle. And she had a partial license plate number. So his family member goes, hey, there's a car over here. Well, they were looking at Miranda anyway, because dude stole $8 from a bank employee. So they take him into custody on that case. They interrogate him for a couple of hours, and they also ended up asking him about this kidnap and rape. He confesses. But the problem was there was a question about whether or not he knew his constitutional rights to have a lawyer present and to not say anything. So his case went to the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court decides what cases they're going to hear. And there were 3 other cases, total of 4, that got combined with Miranda's. Miranda just happened to be the lead one. That's why it's called a Miranda decision. But there was other cases that were involved from around the country. And the Supreme Court decided these 4 cases. They all grouped them together on a 5-4 decision. I want you to think about this for a second. Had there been an opinion of just one of those Supreme Court justices, our complete legal system would be different today. It wasn't a unanimous decision. It was a 5-4 decision. That's kind of crazy when you stop to think about it, that literally one person, one justice on the Supreme Court decided where our entire American criminal justice system, what direction it went in. So the important thing to remember about Miranda versus Arizona, I call it Miranda math. Miranda math is this: if you have someone in custody and you're going to ask them incriminating questions, then that equals giving a Miranda warning. If they're not in custody and you're asking incriminating questions, there's no need for a Miranda warning. If you have them in custody, but you're not asking them incriminating questions, then you don't have to read them the Miranda warning or Miranda Advisement, synonymous terms. So I've had several people that I arrested, and we're going through the booking process, and I'm just asking them questions like, where do you live? What's your date of birth? What's your social security number? What's your driver's license number? Getting all their identifying biographical information. And we're going through this process, booking process. I'm putting them in jail, and they're like, hey, you never read me my rights. You're right. I didn't. I don't have to. I'm not asking you any incriminating questions. I had all of the information I needed before I arrested them. Therefore, no Miranda advisement, no need to read them their rights. And sometimes, honestly, people would get offended. So I just stop and I just go, okay, look, if it'll make you happy, I'll read you your rights. But I'm still not going to answer any or ask you any questions. You don't have to answer any questions that are incriminating. I'm simply asking you for booking information only. That's it. So I'd read them their rights. They'd be happy. We'd be good to go. So that's it for this video. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.